here's the moral of the story. Have I spearheaded several of those discussions? Yes, I have. To do it here, given the name and the field, yeah, it's pretty cool.
You are the Russell Westbrook of reporters, by the way.
What, I take bad shots? Why don't you go ahead and get comfortable, because what we're about to do is going to take a while. So was it necessary to break down a full NBA schedule with a PowerPoint? Come on, if you're asking, you already know the answer to this one. What's significant about September 7th? We've still got a lot of baseball left to be played. You may be right. Turn the page on this thing. You'll note we are 1 month away from what will be game 1 of the NLDS. So just curious, why in the name of all that is holy do you want to give up a go-ahead touchdown with 2 minutes to go? I'll tell you, set up a very necessary situation for your quarterback. We all have a pretty good understanding at this point that just because you're playing a game a couple thousand miles from home across an ocean doesn't mean all the baggage and doubts about this team stayed back stateside. Way to start the segment. Well, first off, nice.
Look at this. We talked fashion last week and we're on the same page today.
We're in sync. You say that and we all understand it, but let's go back December 5th. This team was 5-20. They just lose to Milwaukee. Since that point, 15-11, top 10 record in the NBA. You can't say health, but give me the other key to the success for this team over the last 2 months.
When we sit down again a year from now and talk about 2024, but look back on this past season, what are we going to say about this club?
He said, I got to do a little prep work, a little studying, but no, it's not easier. Winning 3 in a row in the grand scheme of 82 is something small. For this team, at this time, it's something significant. Brock Bowers was asked afterwards if this type of performance kind of silenced some of those critics Carson had. And in the only way Brock Bowers could answer that question goes, Carson had critics? Huh. I didn't know that. He played a great game though. Easier said than done. Last 20 teams to play in an international series the following week, won just 5 times. At Wembley Stadium in London, Luke Hetrick, FOX5 Sports.
I'm going to read this to you real quick. He wanted each of you to be great men, be great fathers, be great in your gifts and talents, and be great for your fellow man.
You could be better than me. You could be more privileged than me. You know, have better aesthetics than me, but no one's going to work harder than me.
Because everything I've been through just allowed me to stop looking at the bigger picture and focus on all the little things.
Trent Stewart and Dougie Gray are chasing greatness. They're also searching for peace.
Being able to go outside and go on a run, clear my mind, it just feels free, makes me feel better.
When he was just 2 months old, Dougie lost both of his parents in a 2-week span.
Poverty.
Trent's life has had its fair share of tribulations as well.
Absence of family members. That really keeps me going too, just making sure I don't have to go back to that when I get older and providing a better life for my family.
2 college athletes bonded by hardship, sports, and a best friend, Curtis Gray.
Truthfully, Curtis was a positive-minded person. He was never the kid to go out to practice and complain about what he had to do. He was a very self-motivated person, and he always motivated the people around him as well.
Kurt was always there to talk to me about what was going on in my life. He talked about what was going on in his life.
I think y'all cool. All right, there you go.
Behind that big, bright smile, Curtis hid his own pain. Injuries, a battle with depression, and his parents' divorce rocked him all at once.
When Curtis walked in the room, like the whole entire room would just light up. And there was a period of about 3 months where he just wasn't smiling anymore. I asked him to find other young men who were going through similar issues. I told him, I said, the way to heal is to try to bring healing to somebody else.
Yeah, Trent, because we here all day long. Yeah, dog, we here all day long.
Through Ma Carmen's request, Curtis created a peer support group, the Blooders, short for Blood Brothers. Dougie and Trent were instant members.
He loved those guys. Those guys loved him.
Just him being there when no one else was is what made me shift my mindset and become the person I am.
I watched him literally pull himself up by the bootstraps, and it was exponential leaps and bounds. It was like he made a decision.
We all working here. Let them know, bro.
He did. Curtis and Trent transferred from Matanzas High to Flagler Palm Coast for their senior year. Curtis continued his dominance in track and field.
Dig, get your knees up, knees up, knees up. There you go.
At FPC, he became a triple jumper. He loved that. He found out he was actually naturally good at it.
We always used to joke around with her that we would go to the Olympics in 2024.
He found us happy, and he pulled everyone into that space. I got the phone call that night from Curtis. He says, "Hey, Mom, I'm just checking in." I said, "Okay." I said, "Where are you?" He told me where he was. I looked at the time. I said, "Okay, you guys wrap it up. It's 11:09. Go ahead and go home."
So Curtis and his friend headed back to his house. They stopped by the Blaze and Flame smoke shop to pick up another friend who was in need. Curtis never made it back.
Things happened so fast. The young people's lives who were there will be forever changed. I'm left without a son.
Curtis Gray was shot and killed. He was 18 years old.
As soon as I heard it, heart dropped. I started bawling my eyes out. It was probably, I felt the weakest I ever felt in my life. I just felt broken.
I remember it like it was yesterday, obviously, because it was the night I lost my best friend, but it was just fast, like everything was a blur.
Marion Gavins Jr. was charged with first-degree murder with a firearm. He's pleaded not guilty and is awaiting trial.
The pain is unbelievable. It's inescapable. But I choose to honor my son. He made me promise him.
And a promise kept by his two brothers.
It says, "Surely your goodness and love will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever." And this is actually, just the scripture is the first tattoo Curtis ever got on his arm.
When you look at that, what do you think?
Keep going. That's it. Keep going. Today's going to be a great day.
Dougie continues his push for Paris 2024.
I take a breath from Kurt. I remember all the breaths Kurt would be taking right now, and that he wouldn't stop. And if he was right next to me, he'd be yelling at me for stopping.
Trent honors the past with his future.
Kiss my fingers, touch him, touch my daughter, because those are the two things that keeps me going every day. Him first, he left, and she came, so it's my two biggest blessings in my life.
Maximize all of your opportunities and don't be afraid to dream.
Trent and Dougie have found their peace. Carmen is still searching for hers.
Each of you have spent time in my home. I have watched you all blossom into the young men you are.
She's lost a son, but she's gained two more.
Continue to thrive and know that I love you as my sons, my Carmen.